Guys, welcome to this video today. This is a team of downgrades, a team of players who I think should have been downgraded on this year's FIFA 15. They have been terrible this year, and as you all know, EA did the upgrades not long ago. Sanchez, Costa, Aguero all got one, and like, we know they don't do downgrades, but if they did, these are a few players that I thought definitely should have got one. So the first one is, in goal, Vito Manone. He let 8 in against Southampton, made some terrible mistakes that day. Next game we had was at home to Arsenal. Absolutely shocking mistake. Tried to kick it with one foot, touched it with the other, and we didn't see him again for the rest of the season. So he starts in goal for us. In defence, Per Mertesacker. This guy is absolutely terrible, and to be honest, if he got a downgrade on FIFA, I don't think one person would put him in their team because he's already awful. But this player cannot defend. Like, the only reason Arsenal wouldn't concede as many goals when he's in the team is because Koscielny and other players are there to make up for it. So he's my first defender. Moving along the back three, Dejan Lovren. He's been terrible this year. Well, he hasn't been as bad as the other two defenders. You'll see the third one in a minute. But for the price that Liverpool paid for him, he's just not worth anything, for any bit of that money. So last member of the back three, Johnny Evans. He's been terrible. I mean, I like this guy. I think he's had a bad year this year, but he's played well in previous seasons. He was on loan at Sunderland when he was very, very young and had a good season for them. But this year it's not going for him, and I think if EA did downgrades, he probably would have got one. On the right wing, Hatem Ben Arthur. Now, there's a bit of confusion going around this guy. Newcastle had him, and then Hull City loaned him on the last deadline day. Well, on the deadline day, the last second of it, Steve Bruce and Hull were saying, "Oh, what a terrific signing this is." No, he's decent on FIFA, but in real life, this guy is absolutely terrible. He's just a joke. He was good when he played for Newcastle. At first, he was a very good player, but now Newcastle don't want him, Hull don't want him, and now he's at this foreign team, but you're not allowed to play for 3 teams in 1 year, so he's not allowed to play at the team he's at. So, and Hull don't want him, and Newcastle don't want him, so he's not going to be able to play any more football. So yeah, he's absolutely shocking, this guy. Moving on, Gareth Barry. Again, someone who doesn't have bad stats on FIFA, but he hasn't been very good for Everton at all. I've heard Everton fans talking about him. He's higher rated than McCarthy, and this guy should have a massive downgrade this year. He's been terrible. And then beside him, Darren Fletcher. He's been quite bad this year. Yeah, he's had a very poor season. Moved on to West Brom, I think it was, or was that the other one? I'm not sure. But yeah, he for me deserves a downgrade. On the left mid, Steven Pienaar. Again, a player who has decent stats on FIFA, but he's not a very good player at all in real life. He used to be a very good player for Everton, but he's just fallen off a bit. He's had a very bad season. Yeah, so this is where it starts to get interesting. The top 3, first member of it, Christian Benteke. Has he scored 2 goals this season or something? It's just, he was supposed to be Aston Villa's biggest threat, one of the best strikers in the Premier League. He's a beast on FIFA again, but in real life he's been absolutely terrible. And so have Aston Villa, they just can't score. I watched the match, Aston Villa versus Leicester, and all Aston Villa were doing were just humping it up to Benteke and seeing what he could do with it. And he's not a bad player, Benteke. He just needs more support. And yeah, moving on now, Mario Balotelli. For me, this is the second worst player in this team. You'll see the top in just a minute. But a big price tag they paid for this guy, but he hasn't been very good at all. He's just... I saw someone say, great tapping back for the comedy moments, and then someone replied, what comedy moments has he shown so far? The comedy of being worse than Ricky Lambert. Yes. Balotelli's just been useless this year. Absolute joke. And the final member of the team is by far the worst. Josie Altidore. He doesn't play for Sunderland anymore, but this deal, I think it bamboozled every single Sunderland fan there is. I mean, what type of team would swap this guy for Jermaine Defoe? It's just unbelievable. I think he's had a year and a half with Sunderland. He had a year with Hull. I think he scored 2 Premier League goals, and he's just terrible. He can't control it. He can't shoot. He can't run. He's a big lad. He's quite a strong lad, but he has all the capabilities of being a footballer. He's just not a footballer on the pitch, though. He's terrible. And yeah, I think over in the USA they rate Altidore as 10 million plus. So wow. We paid 6 million for him, and we are very lucky we managed to get our money back on this player. He is just dreadful. And honestly, if I had to pick a captain out of these players, it would be Josie Altidore. Absolute clown. He's just terrible. When he came on for Sunderland, he started a fair few games. Don't say, before he started having a go, don't say, oh, he wasn't given a chance. Oh, he got a chance, alright. He started way more games than a lot of strikers we have, and he just does nothing. Just absolutely nothing. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. These were my downgrades. It's just my opinion. I think there'll be a few of them you might agree with, some of them you might disagree, but that's alright. Just leave it down in the comments. And just before I go, I'd like to say, make sure to subscribe to Zuke Robo 1. Just started YouTube. He's my friend, and yeah, I know he's gonna get out some good FIFA content. So these were my downgrades, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe. Until next time, see ya.